Well, Ben and Jen, up until this week, Chris Duffy was the president of the League of Greater Hartford organization right here. The organization announcing tonight they've removed him from his position.
East Hartford police reporting they're now investigating a video that was sent to them by the East Coast Predator Catchers, a vigilante group that seeks to expose people they believe are predators. The video shows an interaction at an East Hartford mobile gas station along Silver Lane between a member of the group and a man they identify as Chris Duffy. Police are not confirming the identity of the person in the video. Today, the Greater Hartford Leadership Organization announced its president, Chris Duffy, was removed due to information brought to their attention this week. The statement reading in part, "We do not condone this type of behavior, and it was clear that Mr. Duffy could no longer be part of our organization. We have been in touch with local law enforcement and have offered our full support and cooperation."
And Fox 61 has reached out to Duffy tonight for comment, but we have not heard back at this hour. We're live in Hartford. Nia Maldonado, Fox 61 News.